Everybody yearns for something. Few have the drive to reach out and take it. We champion those who refuse to see the world as it is, but what it could be. Easy never put a man in space. The status quo never won the Le Mans. And it sure hasn't dominated the Baja 1000 for the last 50 years. No, complacency never really did much of anything. In the age of one-click purchases and two-day shipping, we take solace in the fact that calluses can't be bought. We reject apathy and instant gratification, because lasting legacies don't come off the rack. We know what we're building for. What are you building for?
You walk right in.
Hello, and I want to welcome everybody out here to the 53rd running of the Score Baja 500, presented by 4 Parts. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Arnold, Rat Salt, and our good buddy Matt over there. Rat, you've been here. You've seen it all. What do we got going on now?
What an epic weekend. We have over 250 racers. This is the 53rd running, as you mentioned, of the BFGoodrich Score International World Desert Championships, presented to you by 4WP. We have a great lineup coming up here. Bryce Menzies first off the line. We sent the bikes off, or you sent the bikes off. Thank you, Dave, for that, at 6 a.m. But right now, we have the bad boys of off-road. Bryce Menzies, our winner from the San Felipe 250. He is back with a vengeance, but he has the big M's and the 4WP behind him. The McMillans, a force to be reckoned with. It's going to be a great day and some great battles out there, as long as all these other classes, over 40 classes here this year, ready to go.
Well, it's awesome. And, of course, we are going to bring in lots of information. Matt, you know, you're joining the team this year. You'll be inside the trailer getting a lot of that information.
I'm really excited to be out here, and I can't wait to give you guys all the information from out on the race course, bring you all the juicy details of all the logistics going around this race.
And of course, Rat, you and I will be at the Monster Energy desk. Give us information. They're getting ready to get started here. We're 10 seconds away, folks.
We will be here all day, so tune in, tell your friends, check it out, scoreinternational.com or our Score Off-Road app. You can check out your races, but Bryce Menzies leaving the line right there. And last year's champion, numero uno right here, the McMillan Method Race Wheels, 4WP back TT. Luke is back, his cousin right behind him, Andy McMillan. I'll tell you what, you could hear the roar of those 950 plus motors. It is gonna be insane. Jack's red line pulling up right here. But right now, getting ready to leave the line, number one, your reigning champion here in the Score World Desert Championship Series, Luke McMillan. You see that number dropping down right there, 10 seconds to go. These guys work all season, all year long to get their trucks ready. Luke in a brand new Mason all-wheel drive truck. He is leaving the line. Luke is on course and going for another win. Next to the line, once again, this is a 60-second delay between each driver. We're doing that with our trophy trucks, our specs, as well as our unlimited motor division. But this is Andy McMillan, Red Bull driver. Number 31, he took last year off, came out, got second place, or third place, excuse me, in the San Felipe 250. But that is all behind him right here as we get ready to drop this green flag. And Andy is on course right here. You know this next truck. Papas and Beer Locals right here in Ensenada. Sponsored by Papas and Beer. Toyo Tires. Alan Ampudia, we talked to him yesterday. He said, you know what, we won the 1,000 here 2 years ago. They're back in their hometown, ready to go to battle. Lucas Oil hooks them up. Got that Dugan's motor in that machine. This is number 10 out of Ensenada, Alan Ampudia. Up next, his first year of being driver record, 16 years of age. He's out of Amarillo, Texas, sponsored by Toyo Tires, Raceline Wheels, Fox Shocks, and a Geyser Brothers TT. This is none other than number 22, Jack's Redline. Looking forward to a great finish from Jax. As we said, 5th place in San Felipe. He is right there in contention. And he is on course, ready to go to battle with some of the best drivers in the world. This is the BFGoodrich Score Baja 500, powered by 4WP. Up next is the legend. Over 300 off-road wins, sponsored by BFGoodrich Tires, Vision Wheels, Fox Shocks, VP Racing Fuels, KC Highlights, Motive Gear, FK Rod Ends, Steel It. We love Steel It. A Geyser Brothers truck. He's got that Croyer motor in there. Number 11, Rob Mack, the legend right here. New setup this year. We're going to be bringing you actually some live coverage from his truck. The only driver out there. He's going to be bringing live coverage, has a satellite in the back when you see him take off. It's right in front of the spares in the back. He's live. He says, don't miss any of this. We got to bring it home. Rob McCachran. Our next driver up, teamed up with Pat Deem. Hailing from Huntington Beach, California, this is Tim Herbst. Driving that terrible Herbst truck, Monster Energy, BFGoodrich Tires, King Shocks, KC Highlights, and Borla Exhaust. Pumping some horsepower into this truck. These are the bad boys, folks, if you're watching. Over 30 inches of travel, 950, some of them up to 1,000 horsepower in these trucks. This is the epitome of off-road racing. We got Tim Herbst up here, the Herbst family legends down here. Great to see him right here with a 5th place finish in San Felipe 250. Nothing better than being right behind those green flags. We had contingency all day, and Tim Herbst is on course. Our next driver up out of Paradise Valley, Arizona, sponsored by Ariel Hotel and Swaglock. This is another Herbst Smith Fab fabricated TT truck, number 73, John T. Lennon. If you haven't looked it up, it's not Atari like we used to play back in the day. They have hotels all over the planet. And great to see some great support right here as Lennon makes his way to the finish starting line. Red, white, and ready to go. Getting up on 3 wheels. You see the horsepower of these machines, as I mentioned before. Coming up next, he's a local out of Mexicali. He's won some big races and championships. He was actually the first Mexican national to win a Score Trophy Truck Championship just a few years ago. He's sponsored by Mexicana Logistics, Branix, Interprocion, Toyo Tires, Mastercraft, Freightliner, Baja, King Shocks, Borla Exhaust, Howe, Ibach, and Telcel. This is number 21. Second generation racer, Tavo Vildosola. Next truck to the line, sponsored by Baja Jerky, Cantina Racing, BFGoodrich Tires, Baja Designs, Maxima Lubricants, Fox Shocks, SDG Suspension, Vision Race Wheels, ORW, and RP1 Fasteners. This is a legend, one of the winningest racers down here in Baja, racing with us once again, number 43, a new truck, fresh off his win at last year's Baja 1000 with Luke McMillan, our current champion. So he is your reigning champion, number 43, Larry Rosler. And Larry is doing work. He's ready to go as he's on course. Up next, out of Orange, California. Spends a lot of time in North Carolina, but he spends a lot of time in the driver's seat. Number 77, Robbie Gordon, sponsored by Speed Energy, Speed UTV, Toyo Tires, KMC Wheels, Impact Racing, and Hawk Performance. He's got that Chevy power plant. I like to call this the two-stroke of trophy trucks. Listen to this truck as it leaves the line. He has so much experience in NASCAR, IndyCar, pretty much raced everything. Him and his son Max Gordon, they never miss a weekend. The busiest guy in off-road right here, and he is hungry for a win. It's been a minute. 77, Robbie Gordon right here in that Speed Energy TT leaving the line. Next driver up out of San Clemente, California. Sponsored by Monster Energy, BFGoodrich Tires, Baja HQ, Method Race Wheels, iBox Springs, VP Racing Fuels, Baja Design Sparco, and Prime Fabrication. Another legend right here, number 16, the general of the Desert Assassins himself, Cameron Steele. Had some issues, a bunch of sand in his motor here at San Felipe. They busted out the pre-runner and had a stellar finish, as you see right here, as he's in our top 10. But now he's got the TT locked, loaded, ready to go. We got Rob McCackern, a little live footage right there. We talked about that. But Cameron Steele leaving the line. out of Morris, Illinois. Number 37L, sponsored by BFGoodrich Tires, Illinois Truck and Equipment, Lucas Oil, Vision X, and Cabelco, Rolf Helen. This is our first Legend Trophy truck. Drivers 50 years of age and older leaving the line with a stellar finish in San Felipe, but back for round number 2 of the World Desert Championship Series. This is what it's all about, folks. This is what everybody worked for. This is why I work, so I can come down here, have a great time. Rolf Helen right here, our first trophy truck legend leaving the line. The Bee Farmer. Number 41, sponsored by Yokohama Tires, Fox Factory, Method Race Wheels, FK Rod Ends, Danzio Performance, Torco Race Fuels, and All Beef. He is the founder of All Beef. Number 41, Justin Lofton. Our trophy trucks are all leaving in 1-minute intervals, as well as our unlimited moto this morning. All other classes will be 30 seconds before they leave the line in between. Looking forward to a great finish from this young man right here. And Lofton's going green. The Killer, Chris Miller, at a Rancho Santa Fe, California. Sponsored by Baja Jerky, BFGoodrich Tires, Baja Designs, Mason Motorsports built truck, Patton Racing Engine bringing the horsepower home, Maxima Lubricants, ORW Off-Road Warehouse, Vision Wheels, SDG Suspension, Fox Shocks, and RPI Fasteners. Number 40, the Killer, Chris Miller. And we're going green with Chris Miller.
And coming to us from St. George, Utah, driving his Ford machine in the number 38. Driving for EL Motorsports, Weddell Industries, BFGoodrich Tires, Dugan's Race Engine, it's Eric Husted.
Husted, some great finishes down here. He says, you know what, I want to be on the top of the box. I'm racing against the best off-road racers on the planet here for the World Desert Championship Series. And this is time to do work, as he's right behind that green flag and ready to go. We're here in beautiful Ensenada. I'm here with my co-host Dave Arnold. We got Matt outside. We're going to bring you some live coverage like none other. Lots of information. We're trying to step up our game here with Score. But Husted, number 5L, RPM Geyser built truck, sponsored by RPM Racing, BFGoodrich Tires, KMC Wheels, DRX Wear, King Shocks, Par Ventures, Pin Manufacturing, and of course a Dugan engine, as a lot of these top drivers have that power plant sitting in their truck. Number 5L of Clyde Stacy.
Boy, the things are going through his mind as he sits there waiting for that countdown clock as it hits down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Talking about the butterflies. Now they're gone when you counted that thing down for sure.
All right, up next we've got the number 96 coming to us from La Paz, Mexico. Driving for Transportistas Murillo, Negro Modelo, and Wholesome. It's Enrique Murillo.
Maria, we were talking to him. He said, you know what, I can't wait for the 1,000. I'm going to start here in Ensenada, and I'm going to drive this thing all the way home. Great to see so many Mexican nationals. And if you watch at home, you know there are so many Mexicana locos, so many fast drivers from here in Baja in their home country, and some of the best racing in the world, the best racing in the world, as he's ready to bring this thing around today.
I talked to a couple of guys. They say mostly that's like a daily commute for us.
Absolutely, yeah. You got Modelo on the top right there. You know, he's taking off. He'll be back for a cold beer later this evening. Our next driver up from Newport Beach, California, sponsored by Toyota of Escondido, Hyundai Escondido Racing, Toyota Escondido Action Sports, and TE Motorsports does all the prep on that truck. VP Race Fuels, KMC Wheels, BFGoodrich Tires. The man himself, number 65, coming back strong, Dan Myers. Great to see Toyota of Escondido coming down here. Their whole TE Motorsports team, some of the best in the game. If you want upgrades, bolt-on parts, custom fab, check out Toyota Escondido's TE Motorsports. They're in Escondido. Proud supporters of so many racers, so many people that come down here, but they are back with a two-car effort this time. The trophy truck and his daughter, the Class 10, and Dan Myers going green.
And coming to us from La Cresta, California, driving that Brenthal Industries, Baja kits, King Shots, Method Race Wheels, FK Rod Ends, Steelix Coatings, Maxima Oil, Maxima USA, BFGoodrich Tires, Alcon Brakes, and Rigid Industries. It's the 27, Jonathan Brenthal. Man, talk about it, guys that do a lot of business there, a lot of Brenthal trucks. We're going to be seeing racing the man behind the wheel, help build all these machines.
That's right, Dave. They have lots of rentals, too. A lot of the drivers out here, especially in the spec class, renting their machines. Great to see them. They moved to Temecula, California here just last year and just doing such great work. Baja Kits, which I run on my truck. Just a great group of guys, a class act. This is number 27, Jonathan Brenthal. Sponsored by DLM Properties, 4WP four-wheel parts, BFGoodrich Tires, and of course, Method Race Wheels. And Piston Pete's SDG Suspension out of San Diego, number 23, another Big Blue M, third generation racer, Dan McMillan. Dan's had some great finishes, been right there on the box over the last couple of years. And it's great to see these guys. We got three McMillans racing, the brothers and Andy, their cousin. Their whole family out here. We talk about the families down here and what goes into coming down here and putting this whole program together. And one of the best right here, Dan McMillan.
And coming to us from La Paz, Mexico, riding in his Chevy with the Baja Concrete and Thor Racing, the number 35 of Carlos Pantahura.
Carlos stepping up last year in this trophy truck class, talking about the pinnacle of off-road racing at one of the number one, the premier race series on the planet here for the World Desert Championship. Score International definitely never disappoints, as we have a lot of new sections out here, some super fast sections in the beginning of the race and super technical coming back home here to Ensenada.
You know, something really cool about them, and on the side you'll see the wrap. As he said, all the Mexican heroes are on the side, and that's what he's representing. Viva la Mexico.
with 2 championships under his belt in the trophy truck division, sponsored by Pin Manufacturing, Yokohama Tires, Raceline Wheels, La Guarda Bar, Torco Fuel, Hotel Camilla Inn, Fox Shocks, Rugged Radios, Casa Estora, KC Lights, and Color Dusting, and Glors. He's at Tecate, Baja California. Number 9, a legend down here at his young age, Abdali Lopez. Great to see Abdali back. They got their own truck. His dad's second-generation racer, Carlos. I think he's going to be doing some work as well behind the wheel.
And coming to us all the way from Bristol, Tennessee, riding with Kelvin Walsh. It looks like Bear Barity and Josh Daniel riding his Geyser-built truck. Driving for RPM Off-Road, BF Goodrich Tires, KMC Wheels, Geyser Brothers, DRX Wear, King Shocks, Par Ventures, Penn Manufacturer, and driving that Dugan's Power Machine, it is Justin Matney in the number 4.
And Dave, great to see Justin back. Took off last season. He actually had some heart surgery. He's back. This is his first race of the year. Great to see him back. And talking about navigators, the homework they do, all the course notes, and kind of keep it in the ear the whole race with Kellen Walsh, a legend down here in the navigator seat. So here we go, Justin Matney, numero 4 on course. Our next driver up says San Vicente, Baja, Mexico, sponsored by BF Goodrich Tires, Pullmore Race Cars, Mono Off-Road Engineering, and Method Race Wheels. This is number 52 of Rick Sanchez. And Dave, throughout the weekend, we talk about so many fast Mexican racers down here in their home country. Super cool to see these guys coming up. San Vicente, that's down the peninsula a little bit, a super small town, but he's got a TT. He's ready to battle some of the best in the world here for the 53rd running of the BF Goodrich Tires Score Baja 500, powered by Ford WP, and Sanchez just 2 seconds away from going green. It is on.
All right, we see the next truck rolling down there, the number 90. He's got, it looks like a Mountain F Enterprises, Inc., King Shocks, Toyo Tires, Method Wheels, How Performance, Geyser Brothers, Baja Designs, and Baja HQ. It's the Gomez brothers. We got Raul Gomez out of Placerville, California, and, of course, Darren Gomez will be sharing the duty.
That's right, the Gomez brothers always just down here racing. They do so much rock racing, King of the Hammer stuff, but they're out here back where they really love to be in Baja. Brand new truck as of, I think, last year, maybe a year, maybe in 2019. But great to have him down here racing, and the brothers, the Gomez brothers, just a class act and ready to go green here for the 53rd running of the Baja 500, and Gomez is on course. Our next driver up is out of Durango, Colorado. Brenthel TT, sponsored by Ranger Glass, Vegas Off-Road Tours, Turlock's Audio, Raceline Wheels, BF Goodrich Tires, King Shocks, VP Race Fuel, and military and first responders. They want to give some love out to them. Number 13L, another legend down here in our trophy truck legend class, Robert Malone.
I know you had to talk to him during contingency, and how cool that wrap with a salute to all of our police officers, first responders. Man, this guy's just paying respect.
That's right. This isn't stick and ball sports. We respect our military. Yes. We respect our police officers, and that's the way it should be. And we're down here in the best place to be racing, beautiful Baja, California. And we got Malone going green, green, green.
Well, here comes another one of our trophy truck legends. So cool to see this guy behind the wheel. The number 20L comes to us from Alpine, California. He's had his hand in several great things over the years as far as companies and big players, but now part of the Gemco family, BF Goodrich Tires, Fox. He's got Trail Ready Wheels. He's got Mastercraft, Impact, Baja Designs, FK Rod Ends, Hyperco, BP Racing Fuels, Gonus, and Palomar Communications. It's Robbie Pierce.
And Robbie supports so many people. He's got that Jimco truck down here, just helping a lot of people out. It's great to see him back out here. I remember when he took an old truck, kind of built it into a trophy truck, but now he's got a brand new truck, and he is ready to get this party started. In 1, 2, going green, Robbie Pierce, ladies and gentlemen. Our next driver up, hails from Cedar Hills, Texas. He is the head Chongo himself, sponsored by Monkey Business Workshop, Maximum Racing Oil, Speed Energy, Satellite Phone Store, King Shocks, Lawrence, Toyota Escondido, Turnkey Inches, BF Goodrich Tires, Fortin, Cartech, Baja Designs, and Baja Bound Insurance, number 25L, another legend down here helping so many racers out, Mark Winkleman. Talk about that Monkey Business team. They've been coming down here. He's got Creel's been racing for him. He supports so many riders and drivers down here. And actually, last year's, or 2019, he almost had to have this truck hellied out of one of the cliffs that he didn't finish. But Mark Winkleman, El Chongo Loco, is going green.
And our next driver comes down the ramp, though. It's going to be the number 92 coming to us all the way across that Atlantic Ocean there, Paris, France. Driving that Fusion machine, Zeems. Paul Nalu, riding for Nolu Action Sports, Joe Holler Motorcycles and Carriers, and of course, Clean Cause.
And Joe Holler, I raced with him a bunch of years. He is definitely the right person to have in that navigator's seat. He could fix everything. I remember him finding stuff in the desert, like, hey, we got some wire out here. We'll fix it. Let's get this thing together and going. But Paul Lanou coming out for San Felipe, huge finish in this brand new trophy truck. He not only races the trophy truck, but he raced in a Class 11. And he is on course right there, number 92, Paul Lanou. Our 2016, the first woman to win a points championship in Class 1. She's fresh off a huge win at San Felipe. Brand new car, all-wheel drive, 40-inch tires, sponsored by Reed Products, BF Goodrich Tires, Lucas Oil, Baja Designs, Raceline Wheel, Wix Racing, DFT, Weddle Industries, and Bear Brakes. This is the first lady of off-road, and not only that, she won a championship, and she is on point to do it again. Number 168 of Shelby Reed. Shelby came out, her son Cody, actually, they won dual championships. Cody was driving in Class 10 in 2016, and she said, you know what, I might as well team up with you, and a huge win for their first time teaming up here at round number 1 of the World Desert Championship Series. She's back. She's got to look at the tires on that thing. This is the next level of off-road racing, especially when it comes to the buggies. All-wheel drive, as we see so many racers driving the all-wheel drive and score trophy truck and kind of moving down the line. But the RPI team, you definitely have your hands full when they're here. And they're here racing against the fastest racers on the planet, coming to make another mark on the scene and another notch in her blinged-out belt. We love Shelby and Kobe Reed. As she is behind the wheel, she's starting this race. Cody's going to be bringing it into the finish here, I guess, this afternoon. We're expecting our top racers in 8.5 hours, the trophy trucks and the Moto Unlimited class, as well as Class 1. But don't count her out for an overall. She is here. She is hungry, and she's ready to get this thing done. This is Shelby Reed. Reed Products. If you hear a lot of the sponsors on the side of a lot of these trucks, they make so many good products and fasteners. They do all the fasteners, just the best bolts and stainless steel products to keep these machines together down here in this brutal terrain. Seems like more than a minute. We got G. Atherton down there. BFGoodrich. We're back. Number 105, hailing from Long Beach, California. F&L Racing Fuels, BFGoodrich Tires, Method Race Wheels, Baja Designs, Fox Shocks, Pennzoil, Amber Racing, PCI Race Radios, California Skier Heat Wave, Mason Cullen is going green. He's on course. This is our Class 1 division, the unlimited buggies. It doesn't matter if it looks like a buggy, unlimited travel, unlimited horsepower, over 900. Where it all started back in the day right here. Great to have so many racers down here, 250 racers here for this year's 53rd running of the Baja 500. That was Mario Fuentes out of Juarez, Mexico, in that Jimco.
So up here next, it looks like down the ramp here, driving the 179 from Juarez, Mexico, it's Mario Fuentes and his Jimco. Hypergas Energy Resources, Baja Gas and Oil, Jimco.
Sorry, that was actually Cody Parkhouse.
I'm sorry.
Out of Long Beach. It's all right. Yeah, we're up here. We're doing our thing. We're trying our best, folks. Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for tuning in. Our next driver up, 123, came out and smoked the field right after his 16th birthday in Class 10. Second year here in his brand new Class 1, sponsored by BF Tires Fox Racing. Out of Raleigh, California, 123, Brock Dickerson.
All right, down the ramp, the 153 out of Long Beach, California. Driving his Jimco and the Wilson Motorsports, BFGoodrich Tires, Method Race Wheels, King Shocks, Vision X Lighting, Miller Sign Corporation, Wicks Racing Engines, Slime, Fortin, Jimco, Paragon Acoustical. It is Brad Wilson.
So now we're down to our 30 seconds. They're going a little bit faster, but up next, number 173 out of Oceanside, California, sponsored by Richards Performance Muffler, Maxima Oils, Donzio, Hoffman Shock Tuning, BFGoodrich Tires, and Ford Signs. This is none other than Richard Glasak. This is our Class 1 division. Some of the most talented racers on the planet coming down here to make their mark in Baja history for round number 2 of the World Desert Championship Series. Richard is off. I don't know, we had a little bit of a glitch there. But he's on course. It doesn't matter, but a few seconds do matter at the finish line. Up next, that is San Luis Potosi, Mexico. Driving another Alumacraft built machine, sponsored by Raceline Performance Engines. Redline, excuse me. Avalos Race Prep. Fido Montes, PNG. Mamornan Racing. This is number 103, Gabriel Torres. That was actually Ruben Torres. It looks like Gabriel didn't make it to the starting line. But our next driver up, another one of the Wilson Racing back machines, third generation racers out of Long Beach, California. Wilson Motorsports, BFGoodrich Tires, Method Race Wheels, King Shock, Vision X Lighting, Miller Sign, Slime, Fortin Race Engines, number 138, Brian Wilson. We're going to move into our trophy truck spec division, a huge growing class out here. And first to the line at a Huntington Beach. I don't know, they don't run down the beach there, but we're doing it here in Baja. Number 292, Jason Coleman. Driving for Golden Construction, BFGoodrich Tires, Maxima, FK Rod Ends, F&L Race Fuel, Pro Signs, Method Race Wheels, and another Herb Smith Fab Built TT spec right here. As he gets ready to leave the line, we are kicking it off. Trophy truck specs, our second class here at the 53rd running of the BFGoodrich Tires Baja 500, powered by 4WP. Proud supporters. We couldn't do it with all of them, same as a lot of these racers down here. They have to have the support, and we appreciate all of you guys for making it happen.
All right, off he goes, and now coming down the ramp. Coming out of Yuma, Arizona, driving the 228. He's got quite a great talent there. Brock Hager, Jordan Poole, Jake Velasco. He drives a Tisco machine, the BFGoodrich Tires, Alexander Ford, Rancho Drivetrain, Method Race Wheels, Fire, etc., Dugan's Race Engines, JVRP. It's Ryan Hancock.
Bringing in some heavy hitters, Dave. As you mentioned, Brock Hager, a short course champion back out here trying to make a name in Baja. But our next driver up in our trophy truck spec division, he hails from Fallon, California, sponsored by Brenthel Industries. Baja Kits, King Shocks, Method Race Wheels, FK Rod Ends, Action Brakes, and Rigid Industries. This is Kyle Jurgensen.
Oh, how cool is this to see the next generation of Herbst drivers? It's Pierce Herbst in the 264 out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Ryan Millen, and look at this, Thor Herbst, James Dean, Chris Johnson, and Matt Miller. And then, of course, the Herbst Smith Fab Shop. Turbo Herbst, Monster Energy, BFGoodrich Tires, King Shocks, KC Highlights, and Borla Exhaust.
Out of El Cajon, California. Driving for Fiberworks, Toyo Tires, Fox Shocks, Raceline Wheels, FK Rod Ends, Titan Tanks, Powder One, Baja Designs, a Geyser Brothers built TT right here. He is back, ready to go. We talked to him last night. Out of El Cajon, number 234, Jason McNeil.
And coming down the ramp out of Kirby, Pennsylvania, driving the 238 on the Tisco machine, Coastal Racing, Collins Motorsports, Walker Evans, BFGoodrich Tires, Tisco, and Raise Energy. It is Elijah Kiger.
Elijah on the gas right here. Coming up next at Banning, California. Driving for Lawrence Equipment. Haas Factory Outlet, El Camal Tortillas. They make all the tortilla machines down here in Baja. King Shocks, BFGoodrich Tires, Wix Racing Engines, and Kona Blues Sport Fishing. I love a guy that fishes. Number 285, Clay Lawrence.
All right, as they start to move down the ramp, moving through our list here. To start rounding our field. He comes to us from Yucaipa, California, driving his Ford-powered machine, MCC Pipeline. We got ODR Motorsports, King MC Wheels, King Shocks, Baja Designs, and of course, BFGoodrich Tires. It's Vincent Munoz.
This next driver is sponsored by Monster Energy, Toyo Tires, Fox Shocks, Maxima Racing Oils, Vision Wheels, Baja Designs, Monkey Business, Mason Motorsports Built Machine. Out of Ensenada, Jorge San Pietro, teaming up with Santiago Krill. He's normally driver record. We talked about the Monkey Business team and Winkleman helping so many people out here as they're going green. They're out here battling it out, going for a huge win here in our Trophy Truck Spec division.
I know Santiago Krill has had quite a few wins under his belt for sure. But as we move it on here, driving the 205 out of Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Joe DeLucci on the ES Motorsports. He's got Tri-Ace tires, ES Motorsports, ADS Racing Shocks, Trail Ready Wheels, Baja Designs, Gearworks, and Power Steering Solutions off and running.
Up next, another Las Vegas Loco, sponsored by BFGoodrich Tires, Vision Wheels, Fox, Spartan, Torco Lubricants, Baja Designs, SIP Insurance, and USRD Raceworks Engineering, number 261 of Jeff Bader.
Well, next down the ramp, the 258. Driving a brand new machine. Driving for Toyo Tires, Rigid, Maxima Oils, Jamar, Lawrence Brenthal. The young gun. Watch this young man grow up. Great to see him going. The 258, Justin Davis.
Justin, so many wins down here. He dominated in Class 10, came down here, smoked the field in Class 1, and a brand new, as you mentioned, brand new Brenthal Industries built machine right there. He had a rental in San Felipe. He said he's going for the win, no doubt about it. And our next driver up here in our Trophy Truck Spec division, he's from Tecate, Baja, California. Sponsored by Autovac Racing, Baja Designs, PCI Race Radios, and BFGoodrich Tires. Jose Contreras.
Well, how about this young lady? I talked to her up on the stage yesterday. So great to see. We got the 214 of Valerie Clark. She comes to us from Kansas City, Missouri. Driving her Kaiser Brothers Unlimited RV and trucks, Calfab, BFGoodrich Tires, Ultra Wheels, Burn Fuel, Patrick Performance Graphics, The Human Baton, Motion Design, Safety Apparel, VP Racing Fuel, and Baja Designs. And off she goes.
Number 211, I call him the Crazy Cowboy. Out of Eunice, sponsored by Lone Coyote LLC, Trail Ready Wheels, ES Motorsports, City Light Shines. He's got it all, Justice Brothers. This is the man himself, the guy with the biggest smile and the biggest mustache in Baja, number 211 of Pat Sims.
And coming down the ramp, coming from Vicente Guerrero, Baja, California, River ID Designs Machine in the World Water Inc., Rodriguez Communications, OCL, Contreras, King Shocks, Morbus, Lisbeth, Newman, Panelist Solas, William Hendrick Jr.
Some of them are a little rough to say, Dave. We know a lot of sponsors down here, but Hendrick Jr. right there, second-generation racer, going out and doing work. Great guy, great family. But up next in our Trophy Truck Spec division, from San Diego, California, just 80 miles north of here, sponsored by Shanchotina Motorsports, BFGoodrich Tires, Method Race Wheels, King of Candies, and Amaraz Racecraft, and Shock Pros. Number 275, Juan Sanchotina.
And down the ramp, coming to us from Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico, driving his Ford machine in the Nova Imperium Racing, Potamir, Moises Racing Shop, and BFGoodrich Tires, Carlos Alvaro Morales.
Morales, a fairly new truck right here, but it's time to see how this thing's going to work out, racing against the world's best. But up next in our trophy truck spec division, number 278, 293, San Martin, California. He had a big rollover in qualifying at San Felipe, but a decent finish. Sponsored by BFGoodrich Tires, Peacock Racing, RPI, Johnny's Custom Motorsports, KP Off-Road, and West Coast Offshore. This is Ryan Peacock.
And coming to us from Reno, Nevada, the biggest little city, driving the number 230, riding in that Chevy machine, one Chevy Performance, BFGoodrich Tires, Sign Pros, American Axle Manufacturing, Fox Shocks, and KC, it's Chad Hall.
Talk about legendary families down here. His dad, Rod Hall, was honored to be able to get his finish at the 50th anniversary of the Baja 1000. He raced every single race coming up to that race. And, he's definitely looking down and stoked on his son out here racing. But number 286 up next out of San Antonio, Texas, teamed up with Brad Pace, Brian Trotter, and Clint LaRue, sponsored by Lewis Energy Group, Jimco, BFGoodrich, Fox Shocks, KMC, Mulliken, Skeleton Optics, and Lead Nav. That's Rod Lewis.
And coming to us from Murrieta, California, riding in this Ford machine, the Dorman Construction, Dorman Properties Inc., Dex Gen Inc., Vision Wheels, BFGoodrich Tires, Alltech Motorsports, F&L Fuel, Power Steering Solution. It's Chad Dorman in his number 218. Well, look at that camo wrap on that machine. He'll be blending into the mountains.
I didn't even see him, Dave. Out of Austin, Texas. Another fast racers down here. Sponsored by Rally Ready Driving School, Rigid Industries, BFGoodrich Tires, 9 branded whiskey, yeehaw, and Ultra Wheels. This is Charles Dorrance. Dorrance is on course.
And driving the 232. She comes out of Denver, Colorado, right in that Ford machine with the King, Maximum Oil, Impact, Baja Design, PSS. It's Chelsea Magnus. Gotta love that Mango Racing.
Another family, her dad, Gary, just longtime racers down here, and they support everything down here in Baja, which is just a little spot in my heart for what they do. But coming up next, 2 racers yet to go in our trophy truck spec division. This is number 287, hailing from San Antonio, Texas, sponsored by Lewis Energy Group, Jimco, BFGoodrich Tires, KMC, and Lead Nav, getting them through the dust and silt. This is Ryan Lewis.
Pretty cool little story. You're talking about these guys here with Lewis Energy, and they said it's after the old Spitfire fighter plane, World War II, and of course his favorite plane in his airplane collection. So why not make these trucks just as intimidating as a Spitfire? All right, coming down to round our field out of Guadalajara, Mexico, in his Jimco machine, the 229, Jose Mendez.
Jose has that brand new Jimco machine out of Guadalajara. These guys making the big trip across the drink here. Kind of just across the bay, actually. But great to see so many fast drivers coming out. Now we're going to move into our Class 10 division. And I know it looks like a Class 1 sitting there. Our first driver up, he was the champion in the San Felipe 250. Oh, that was a Class 1. That was a late start. Yep. I was like, but Chase's car actually still looks like a Class 1. Out of Scottsdale, Arizona, driving for BFGoodrich Tires, Baja Designs, Fox, and Raceline Wheels. That's 1088. Chase Warren.
Of course, a big difference there. Class 10 and a Class 1, like B8, and we're talking about half the motor size in a Class 10.
But unlimited travel as well.
All right, coming up here, it's Hiram Durham out of Cate, California, and it looks like the 1016 aside. It's got the Gemco built machine with King suspension. Danzio Performance, Kamalian, King Suspension, BFGoodrich Tires, Body Designs, Method Race Wheel Slime, Rugged Radios, JB Desert Shocks, and Cartech.
Third off the line in Class 10, sponsored by M&T International. BFGoodrich Tires, SDG Suspension, Danzio Performance, and Maxima Racing Oils. He's from Ensenada, a loco, number 1019, Alberto Mendez.
You got to say, he probably had the shortest commute to the starting line.
Not bad. He probably drove from his house.
All right, coming to us from Clovis, California, the 1081 machine. He's driving in that Alumacraft. BFGoodrich Tires, Baja Designs, Rugged Radios, Weddle Industries. It looks like Danzio Performance, Pro-Am Mackenzie's Race Line. It's Matt Winslow.
Number 1006 out of El Cajon, California. Sponsored by F.J. Willert Construction Company, BFGoodrich Tires, King Shocks, Raceline Wheels, Maxima Racing Lubricants, Danzio, BTX Industries, Sign Art, Baja Designs, Fortin Racing Engine powering this machine. This is the Fast Man, Fast Freddy Willert, number 1006. He's sitting there solo, no navigator. It's a single seat Class 10. He says, you know what, it's Bodo style. I just come out here and I do all the work.
All right, coming up here next in his Alumacraft built machine, Coast Aluminum, Roma Racing Prep, BFGoodrich Tires, driving the 1062. It's Roberto Romo out of Reno, Nevada.
And big shout out our boy JJ Schnar. I know you're watching. You're snarly, bro. Looking forward to seeing you at the 400. Sorry you didn't make it down, but much love coming from the sport booth here as Romo is doing work for you down here today. Out of Ensenada, Baja, California, right here in his hometown, sponsored by Guapo Los Clemente Racing, Transportes Madera, Spartan, PCI Race Radios, Alpine Star, Pro-Ams, CBR Performance Products. This is Oliver Flamante.
And as we move on through in the 1024, coming to us from Brawley, California, right in that Raceco built machine, JB Wholesale Roofing and Building Supply Company, Reed's Automotive, and of course BFGoodrich Tires. It's Wheeler Morgan.
He's a wheeler for sure. That's a great name for any Baja racer. Only better name would be Winner. But he's down here ready to do work as he's on course. Up next in our Class 10 division, one of the biggest classes, super competitive, as a lot of these power plants are all equal. Sponsored by Hagel Unger Company, Maxima Racing Oils, Baja Designs, 24/7 Hydration, BFGoodrich Tires, O'Neill, Hagel Christmas Tree Farm. I like their style. I think Santa might be in there with them. Number 1046, Ethan Hagel out of Somas, California.
And coming to us from Coos Bay, Oregon, in that Lothringer belt machine, Monitor Construction, Dirt Trucking, Lothringer, BFG, Gallo Racing, Tensor Tire, Method Race Wheel. It's Harley Massini.
Maservi has two brand new cars. He bought a Class 10 pre-runner and a new car, trying to get some parts for it. This is the last race for that single-seat machine here in Class 10. But up next at a San Quintin, Baja, Mexico, sponsored by Arco Welding and Cutting Equipment Repair, BFGoodrich Tires, King Shocks, On Point Performance, Hino Magdalena, Kim Baja Designs, number 1078, Augie Cortez.
And coming to us in the 1014 machine from Chula Vista, California, right in that Lumacraft built Yeast Motorsport, BFGoodrich Tires, Method Race Wheels, Slime Products, Baja Designs, Danzio Performance, Fortin Racing, Lumacraft Race Cars, Max Moyle, And it looks like it is Bruce Yee.
The Ninja. No, he's not part of the whole Bruce Lee program, but he definitely does his work out here as he makes his way out into the desert. Number 1010 out of Chula Vista, California, driving for BF Goodrich Tires. Premier Realty Executives. Moriscos El Cabron, RG3 Plumbing, Autos South Bay, Prep by Miguel Race Prep, and Superior and Sons Transport. This is Moses Cuevas.
And from Riverside, California, driving that ES Motorsports machine, RB Racing, Valley Kia, AGS Racing, ES Motorsports Raceline, King Shocks, Cartech, Redline Performance, Baja Design Trace Tires, Matt Rusich.
Out of Palmdale, California, driving for California Mortgage Girl, APC Plumbing, BF Goodrich Tires, Dave Goodrich Construction, MG Electric, Method Race Wheels, and Tenzer Tires, getting them through these rocks and dust and gnarly terrain. Number 1048 of Ty Gode. So we had somebody in between. This is actually Ty Gode.
They snuck one in on us.
Keeping us on our toes. We're in here tippy-toeing around, but up next, 1047 out of Eugene, Oregon, driving for Lane Country Glass, McLaren Investments, Lithia Auto Group, Highland Appliance Company, and BF Goodrich Tires, number 1047, Zach McLaren.
$10.29 is going to be Andres Macias Alvarez out of Colinet, Baja, California. It is Jim Cohen at Lemur Sales and Remarketing.
Another Baja native out of Ensenada, driving for Las Lomitas Racing, Mejor Performance Racing Engines, Record Baja Designs, Pandos Racing, Costco Racing, VP Racing Fuel, JP Desert Shots, and Maxima Racing Oils. This is number 1009 of Jose David Rilacaba.
And coming down the ramp out of Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico, in the 1075, Alicio Garcia in his Raceco built, Nora-sponsored La Catolica Restaurants, La Paz, Marquesos Los Lorinas in La Paz, Method Race Wheels, and Tensor Tires.
They're tough, Dave. We got to give them some love, though. So many fast Mexicans down here. It's great to see, especially here in Class 10. But coming up next, at Tecate, number 1021. This is Eric Fernando Duran. You see the focus right there. Great shot of his eyes. He has his sunnies on. He's all, you know what? The sun's going to be out a little bit. They'll be busting out the lights a little bit later. Going green. This is Class 10.
And this is pretty cool. We got to talk to her. Sorry, Dad, go off already. Now it's going to be the 1023 out of Newport Beach, California in the Gemco. She's soloing this one out of Toyota of Escondido, Hyundai of Escondido, T's Motorsports, Toyota Escondido Action Sports, KMC VP Fuels, and of course BF Goodrich Tires and Baja Designs, Tamara Myers.
You know, and I honestly can't say enough about this team. It's great to have all the Myers down here.
Super
Toyota
people.
Escondido. If you want a truck, you want one that's like built up, TE Motorsports builds them. You could buy it. One payment, you could have a fully modified. It doesn't matter what you want. They hook you up. So check them out at toyotaescondido.com and TE Motorsports. But now we're moving into our Class 11. He is our champion from round number 1, the San Felipe 250. He is the head jefe at Honda Racing, sponsored by American Honda, Honda Performance Development, Maxxis Tires, KMC Wheels, Steal It, Baja Designs, Fox, FK Rod Ends, VP Race Fuels, iBox Springs, Sparco, JE Reel, MPI, and Pro Eagle. He's out of Glendora, California. Let's give him a big old shout out as he leaves the line. That was Jeff Proctor, number 709. This is Hammond Meredith leaving the line out of Florida, California. That Reese Millen built machine is basically a UTV on steroids, but this is last year's champion, Dave.
And coming to us from Montecito, California, driving that Ford powered in the 700, it's Daniel Shamlee, the Factory Appliance, BF Goodrich Tires, King Shocks, Torco, Rod and Supply, Full Throttle Battery, S-Pod, and Slime.
And Shamlee has 16 championships under his belt. That is huge. He's got that number 700 on there for a reason. Going for another win here today. But our final Class 7 truck right here out of Paradise, California, driving for Reliable Truck Carriers. Blood Lubricates, number 703 of Scott Brady.
Driving the number 710 out of Alameda, California. Right in that Schaefer's Off-Road, AIM Performance, Electronics, BF Goodrich, Tires, SPG, Rigid Lights, Spod, Trail Ready Wheels, Weddle Industries, PCI Race Radios. It's Mike Schaefer.
Now we're going to dive right into our Pro UTV forced induction. Basically, turbos, it doesn't matter. If you got power, you're in a UTV, you're racing. Our first driver up's out of Phoenix, Arizona. He is the champion from last race in San Felipe 250. Won the Baja 1000 in 2017. This is number 2919, the Jagged X factory back Polaris driver of Brandon Schuler.
And right after him on the 295-4, El Cajon, California is driving that Can-Am, Weiland Associates, Can-Am Maxima, Raceline Wheels, Evo, Tisco, Ford Racing. It's Austin Whelan.
Our next driver up has had some huge finishes down here. He's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Sponsored by Team Hytiva, Polaris Razor, Bomb Squad Racing, Rugged Race Radios, Kicker, Shock Therapy, BF Goodrich Tires, Fox Shock, Alltech Motorsports, Baja Bound Insurance, RCV S&B, Monster Seal, Pro Eagle, and Heat Wave Visuals, keeping them looking good out there. Number 29689 of Wes Miller.
And from Auburn, California in his Can-Am, driving for Monster Energy, Vision Wheels, BF Goodrich Tires, RV Travel World, No Limit, and AIM. It's the 2944, Phil Blurton.
A packed field, especially in our UTV. We have a total of 6 classes. But up next, talking about legends at his young age. He's out of Fallbrook, California, won championships in UTV. Lots of wins here in his factory back Polaris Razor. He's sponsored by Polaris Racing. Ober Tires hooking him up this year. Elka Suspension, Raceline Wheels, Rhino USA, Vision X Lighting, rugged race radios, tire balls, Steal It, and Spartan. This is number 2975 of the Madman, Mike Caffro.
And coming to us from Yorba Linda, California, right down the street actually from my house, driving that 2940 in that Can-Am, Cozen Motorsports, Tensor Tire, Method Wheels, Site Supply, STU TV, Assault Industries, KWI Clutching, RCV, Baja Kits, it's Eric Corzin.
Hailing from St. George, Utah, driving for ELE Motorsports, Weddell Industries, BFGoodrich Tires, Redline Belts, KMC Wheels, Team Kari Malone, Vision X, Team Factory Dad. His dad is the man. Number 2938, Colton Husted.
And here he comes up to the line in the 2987 from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Riding with Garcia about that in that K&N with the ES Motorsports, Tensor Tire, PCI Race Radio, E-Power Steering, Weddell, and KWI. It's Edgar Garcia Leon.
Leon going green, our next driver up, drives another Can-Am machine out of Culiacan, Mexico, sponsored by Toyo Tires, Baja Designs, Maxima Racing Oils, Impact, Pyrotech, SDG Suspension, Del Amo Motorsports, CarTech, Method Race Wheels, VP Racing Fuels, and Fresno Dopper AIM Sports driver number 2971, Jorge Cano.
And coming to us from Norco, California, they call it Horsetown, USA. He drives the 2948, driving that Can-Am with Monster Energy, Can-Am System 3 tires, Boxo USA, Baja Designs, Cognito, Ibach, EVO, Dr. UTV, Fuel Safe, Fox, Off the Grid, OMF Wheels, Pro Eagle, PRP, Spark Summers Brothers, Torco, Steel Savers, Matt Burrows.
Driving for Hangar 15 Bicycles, Swirl Wood, Method Race Wheels, All-Terrain Concepts, RCV, Moto Unlimited, PCI, and BFGoodrich Tire. He's from Draper, Utah, number 2967, Mike Pratt. Check them out at hangarbicycles.com, hangar15bicycles.com.
And driving the 2930, driving in this Can-Am, Whalen Speed R&D, King Shocks, GBC, KWI Clutching, Halo Lockers, Rugged Radios, Baja Designs, Raceline Wheels, Kuiper Brakes, Summers Brothers, Dr. UTV, Torco, Optima Batteries, Lone Star Racing, and is Sean Cook out of Twainhart, California.
Out of Yorba Linda, California, driving for 4WP, Polaris Razorback driver, Rigid Industries, VP Racing Fuels, Fox Shocks, Tensor Tires, Highlighter, Proline Wraps, Rugged Radios, and Rockford Fonsgate, keeping the tunes going throughout the race. Number 2931, Craig Scanlon.
You think he's bumping the tunes?
Oh, I hope he's got some Dr. Dre bumping right now. I would.
Oh, heck yeah. Get pumped up. All right, up next, 2970 out of La Paz, Mexico. It's Francisco Beltran. And that Can-Am with the Beltran Race Division, Yacht Support, Mexico Stabilizers, LLC.
Talk about old school cool right here. One of the longest racers, definitely the longest running racer here, driving for Can-Am, Desert Toys Motorsports, CST Tires, Vision X Lights, Elka Shocks, Triple X Seats, UTV Off-Road Magazine, Jones Ford, Arizona, Fodera Motorsports, Pro Steel Erectors, and Champa. He's out of Wickenburg, Arizona. He is the old school racer, number 2904 of Corey Sappington.
Man, I can't tell you how many races that thing has on it. It's been torn down and rebuilt so many times.
So many cars.
2976 is up out of Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico. Driving in his Can-Am with the Osia Carmelitos, DYM Raceworks, Tensor Tire, Method Race Wheels, KWI Clutching, ZRP Racing Products, Baja Designs, BRP Seats, PCI Race Radios, Coin Motorsports, Fiberworks. It's Jesus Mendez Jr.
Another heavy hitter up next, driving for Can-Am, Monster Energy, General Tires, Lincoln Welders, Fox, Lone Star, Assault Industries, Skimmer, Buggy Whips, J1, and Satellite Phone Company, keeping him dialed in if he needs it out there. He's out of Chula Vista, California, number 2905, Mark Burnett.
And driving the 2949 out of Murrieta, California. Riding for Cold Master Coolers, Mario's Race Prep, Torria's Jenny, Summers Brothers Racing, OMF Performance Wheels, Fox Shocks, Harman Racing Cells, Salt Industries, Rugged Radios, Baja Designs, 56 Suspensions, Anti-Gravity Batteries, Tensor Tire, Trinity Racing, Streamline Brakes. So he's off and running. It's Alonso Lopez.
Our next driver up drives for Cognito Motorsports, factory back Polaris Razor driver, Monster Energy, FK Rod Ends, ITP Tires, Method Race Wheels, Fox Shocks, Baja Designs, and VP Racing Fuels. He's out of Bakersfield, California, number 2918, Justin Lambert.
And from Peoria, Arizona, driving the 2916, it's Brian Mullinex in his Can-Am.
Another Can-Am driver, sponsored by Whipple Superchargers, Method Race Wheels, Tensor Tires, PJ's UTV Rentals, Maxima Racing Oils, Impact Racing, Ron Davis Radiators, and PJ Performance. He builds these cars. He'll build one for you. Number 2998 out of Cave Creek, Arizona, PJ Jones, Parnelli Jones Jr. Talk about second-generation racer right here.
I've heard of him.
A legend right there. He builds some great stuff as well.
And coming to us from Ensenada, Baja California in his Can-Am. He drives for Papas and Beer, Can-Am, Monster Energy, Cali Tacos, California Fuels, Max's Tires, Vision Wheels, Fox Shocks, Impact, K&N, EPCO, Pyrotech, VP Fuels. It's Rodrigo and Furia.
What'd you say? Just
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Great family. We actually had dinner at their establishment here, Papas and Beer. But up next, out of Chula Vista, California, 2978, driving for Assault Industries, Cryo Heat, Penuelas Racing, SWAT, Avias Race Prep, Alba Racing, Method Race Wheels, Baja Designs, and KY Caramba, Jose Juarez.
And from Temecula, California, driving that 2959, driving RT Tech Industries, Pete's Camp, GN, BFGoodrich Tires, FK Rod Ends, iBox Springs, Borla Exhaust, and Stand 21. It's Rafael Navarro III.
That's where we always stay, down there at Pete's Camp. You got to check out his new company. He's building some great products for the UTV industry. rtechindustries.com. Love that family, the whole Navarros. Great to have them back down here racing the UTV. Their trophy trucks just on hiatus. Hopefully we'll see him at the end of the year. But coming up next, out of Whitman, Arizona, driving for Shock Therapy, Method, Tensor, ZRP, PRP, Speedstrap, PCI, Baja Designs, Queen Racing, Streamline Brakes, and Dynajet. This is number 2927, Justin Smith.
And coming down the ramp to get to that green flag. He comes from Gardnerville, Nevada. Driving for a level above. F&B Inc., Monkey Business, Master Design Fabrication, Method Race Wheels, BFGoodrich Tires. It is Clinton Shu on the 2932.
Out of Prescott Valley, Arizona, driving a factory-backed Polaris racing machine sponsored by Tenzer Tires, Lone Star Racing, Highlifter, Baja Designs, Fox, Method Race Wheels, RCV, Rugged Radios, and Shock Therapy, keeping those shocks on point. Number 2969, Brandon Sims.
And coming to us from Chula Vista, California, driving in his Can-Am for Assault Industries Cryo Heat, Solis Racing, SWAT, 56 Impro, Avia's Prep Design, Alba Racing, Method Race Wheels, Baja Designs by Caramba. It's Jose Juarez.
Motorcycles, champions, countless failures, injuries, blood, death and tears. All of these have an association with the Dakar.
First person ever to get 3 #1 plates in the same year.
Shaped himself up, became a champion.
It's really as simple as that.
Winning the Baja 1000 is unlike any other feeling.
In 2018, we won all the races.
Undefeated 2019, 9 straight at this point, 3 years in a row.
Number one in almost any racing series is what you're chasing.
Don't ever be caught in an emergency situation without the ability to call for help. Stay safe. Check out satellitephonestore.com and let us help you find the best solution to keep you connected.
Back to the starting line, driving for Assault, Cryo Heat, SWAT, 56 Empro, Avila's Race Prep, Alba Racing, Method Race Wheels, Baja Designs, and KY Caramba, excuse me, out of Chula Vista, California, number 2946. Sorry, he just went off. We just went to a break. We had some couple of issues up here, but this is 2929 out of Guadalajara, Mexico, Jose Rodriguez May Lopez driving that Can-Am. We got Greg Atherton down there, a legend down here with the whole BFGoodrich crew. We want to thank BFGoodrich for not only being our title sponsor, but supporting so many sponsors throughout the year. He's waving. We actually, if you guys are wondering what's going on, we had one of our arches deflate right at the start. I won't even say which one, but we'll give him a shout out. It was a 4WP one, but you know, necesito aire, just running out of a little bit of air. 4WP will hook you up with all of your off-road needs. Great to have their store in Temecula, my hometown, but this is Jose Rodriguez May Lopez out of Guadalajara going green. Our next driver up is in another Can-Am out of El Centro, California. This is number 2920, Roberto Ruiz. Ruiz has been racing down here for quite a few years, talking about the UTVs and the competition. Some of the biggest classes, as we have 6. They're one of the top classes here. Lots of trophy trucks, but these four-wheel drive machines, Polaris, Can-Am, really stepping up their game, is making them ready to go racing and just come down here to Baja. Now we're going to move into our class. This is 2920. Roberto, look at the focus right there. You see his eyes. He's like the calm before the storm as Ruiz is out on course. We're going to jump right into our Class 12 Score Lights Division. Beam cars, 1,650 cc's. This first driver up is out of Lake Forest, California, driving for the Wisdom Wives, the Wisdom Crew, and BFGoodrich Tires, number 1221, Scott Wisdom. Shout out to the wives. I love that. Shout out to my wife at home letting me come down here and hang out with the world's best. Up next, out of Chula Vista, California, out of Prescott Valley. Simi Valley, excuse me, number 1216. Sponsored by the Hollywood Way, Radar Tires, and Dirt Digits, Matt Forato. From just down the street in Tijuana, driving for Transporte Sapos, Smurfit Kappa, Grupo GMZ Produce, Pacheco, Paliasai, and Tortas Johnny, number 1205. Marco Acosta, number 1209. Out of San Diego, California, driving for Coors, Terra Racing, Vinitec, Fox Shocks, Raceline, and Baja Designs, number 1205, Miguel Cortez. Another Ensenada local, driving for Agencia Aronas, Terzo Yantes, Rigid, Makita, Lawrence, Satellite Phone Store, and Steel It Coatings, number 1202, Matias Arona the fourth. Racing in his backyard. Up next to the line, hails from Las Vegas, Nevada. Sponsored by Eric Palacio La Mejor 93.5 FM, BFGoodrich Tires, Negrito Trans, Witter Loco Engines, Juan Belola's Race Prep, number 1244, Eric Palacios. Driving for Callan Oil, Action Auto Racing Gearboxes, Fodro Fab and Motorsports, Pro-Am, Scoop Engines, Optima Batteries, Maxima Oil. He's out of Prescott, Arizona, number 1208, Rich Roberts. Making the trip from San Marcos, California, sponsored by A&S Racing, Nexen Transportations, Baja Designs, Tenzer Tire, Raceline Wheels, DH Race Prep, and Quillo Race Wire, number 1274, Mike Aguilar.
And coming to us next down the ramp to 1229, it's going to be Doug Setterfield out of San Diego, California.
Oh, they're probably going live. You see the iPhone up in the front. Satterfield is going big. He owns that Party Bus Rentals. I believe it's San Diego Party Bus in San Diego. Great to have him back down here. And shout out to his wife. Talked her into it last time. But up next, 12-11 out of McAllen, Texas. We spent a lot of time with this driver, teaming up with his brother coming out. Oscar R. Alvarez.
Now we move into the Pro UTV, normally aspirated, meaning not forced air, meaning no turbos. It's the 1962 out of Orem, Utah. Arriving is Polaris with a rated gunner. Prime Power Sports, Supercross.com, and Rockwell. It's Dodge Pullman.
Out of Apple Valley, Utah, 2019 naturally aspirated champion, sponsored by Polaris Razor, Method, Tenzer, Assault Industries, S&B Filters, Union Graphic Company, All Tech Motorsports, and Liquid Molly, number 1995 of Caden Wells.
And coming to us from Corona, California in the 1957, driving for Multitude Grinders, Walker Evans Racing, ITP, PCI, Next Gen, OMF, Polaris Razor, Gear Wrench Tools, AIM Data Systems, Baja Designs, and Maxima Oils. It's Joe Bolton.
Driving for Avia's Trucking, Renee's Autocraft, Off-Road National, Alba Racing, Method, Tenzer, King Shocks, and Checo Cars out of Tijuana, Corrino, Rene Guterres. I love that shot, looking in the eyes right there. It's like all about focus right here.
It's like a lion in his prey as he looks out at that course as his prey.
Absolutely.
All right, next up, the 12-0, the 1925 out of Hesperia, California. He's new to the team this year, driving for Honda, American Honda Talon, 1000R, Honda Pro Oils, Maxxis Tires, KMC, Steal It, Baja Designs, Fox, IBAC Shock Springs, FK Rod Ends, VP Race Fuel, Sparco, PCI, MPI, Pro Eagle Warrant. It's Zach Sizlove.
Driving for American Honda, they brought out these factory Talons, the 1000R, Honda Pro Oils, Maxima, Maxxis Tires, KMC, Steal It, Baja Designs, Fox, IBAC, FK Rod Ends, VP Race Fuels, keeping it fired up, PCI, MPI, Pro Eagle. He is a big-time racer down here out of San Diego, California, 1920 of Elias Hanna.
And driving in the 1919 machine, he comes to us from Houston, Texas, driving in for BF Goodrich Tires in his Honda, Paul Barnhart Jr.
Driving for RHIPowder.com, RiceHydro.com, out of Minden, Nevada, number 1960, Alan Alexander.
And pulling up, he's got that RS1 single-seater Polaris, the only one out there. Good to see a good friend of mine. The 1935, it's Jimmy Rodriguez in his Polaris Razor, Trinity Racing, BF Goodrich Tires, Tatum UTV built and racing.
the Iron Woman herself, driving for that factory back Polaris RZR. She actually got a chance to go out with her husband Wayne and race the Dakar Rally. They're sponsored by factory back Polaris RZR, Yokohama, Fox Shocks, Steal It, Rugged Radios, Method, Cognito, Baja Designs, Satellite Phone Store, and Shock Therapy out of Alpine, California. Number 1954, Kristen Matlock, the Iron Woman.
And in the 1985 out of Escondido, California, driving the Assault Industries Rancho Racing Fuel Off-Road, EFX Tires, Buggy Whip, Fox Shocks, Polaris RZR, Rugged Radios, PRP Seats, Change Sealed, Summers Brothers Racing, Cryo Heat, Casey, Highlights, Odyssey Batteries, Trinity Exhaust, Proline Wraps, and Trigger Grills. It's Adrian Orleana.
We're going to jump right into our Class 16. 1-2-1600 out of La Paz, Baja, Mexico. Number 1680, Carlos Aved Jimenez Juana.
And pulling the line in the 1610 out of Fremont, California. Driving that West Coast Offshore Maximum Racing Girls, King Shocks, Yokohama. Asian Auto Center, NorCal Auto Styles, Go Fast Girls, CP Performance, Fremont Fire Department, Union Peacock Racing, and RPI. It's Jordan Sousa Price.
And Jordan, she's Iron Woman in this too. She came out for her debut as driver record since she turned 16 in San Felipe, but she's back. She's going to get this thing done. Next up in our 1-2-1600, number 1647 out of Ensenada, driving for AM Female Romo Race Prep Maxima Oils, Ernesto Martinez.
And down to the line, it's a 1679. Coming to La Esperanza, it is Enrique Zarula Jr.
From Surprise, Arizona, number 1626, Martin Rangel.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Custom built machine, been working on this thing for years. It takes a lot of work. You don't just come out here with a new car. It's all about putting that homework in at home and not only pre-running, but your prep and your team. And Martin is going green.
And in the 1699 from Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico, is VW powered machine. It's Ruben Og.
OG. Number 1621 out of Ensenada, rocking the BFGoodrich tires. Sponsored by Arumbula Race Shocks, Jackson Motorsports Group, Rodrigo's Comunicaciones, Kevin Sanchez. The focus, determination, all boils down to this.
Well, you couldn't get a better number than this in the 1600 class. It's number 1600, right at Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Driving for Grupo Cortiza, General Contractors, Engineers, Yee's Industrial Developers, Barajas Prep, Race Prep, and Aerotax Taxi Arabula. It's Ellie Yee.
Eli's ready. You saw the fist pump right there. Going to work. We're going to jump right into our Pro Stock UTV. So many great drivers that this is like the way to come down here. It's naturally or forced air, so you could have anything Pro Stock as long as it's off the showroom floor. And this first driver up is out of Fallbrook, California. He's won mad championships down here, not only in his ATVs, he won some races down here as well in the UTVs. Polaris factory-backed Razor driver of Mike Caffro.
It's so cool to see these guys come in there and just roll it in. The best way to get into racing down here. Next up, the 3953 from Queen Creek, Arizona. Riding his Can-Am with the BFGoodrich tires, Can-Am, BRP, Adrenaline Motorsports, Lone Star Racing, Shock Therapy, Hunter Safety Seats, Rock Knockers, K Radios, Evolution Power Sports, Tuning, and Raceline Wheels. It's Douglas Cornwell. Oh, sorry, Nick Bruce.
No, but our next driver up is going to be 3930 out of Haslett, Texas. Driving for Cognito Motorsports, Baja Designs, Yokohama Tires, Ricochet, Chula Vista, PCI Radios, Raceline Wheels, Fox Shocks. This is Douglas Cornwell.
He's so nice, we had to say it twice. Well, I know this guy a long time now, and IMG Motorsports founder, driving for IMG, KMC Wheels, EFX Tires, Walker Evans Suspension. He comes to us from Lake Elsinore, California, driving that 3909. It's James Hill.
Super cool to see James down here racing. He hasn't been out here the past couple of years, but all
No,
over.
James.
They do so much for the UTV industry, and it's good to have him down here racing with the world's best.
He's OG,
here in
baby.
beautiful Baja. And our next driver up, number 3952 out of Ensenada, Alonso Gonzalez. Got that Yamaha machine. Not a lot of Yamahas out here. It's good to see. He's ready to go right here. He's in his hometown. This is a Super Bowl of off-road racing. Better than the Super Bowl. Wouldn't even watch that stuff.
And driving the 3913 from Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico, it's Carolina Sanchez.
Making the trip from Mexicali. She's driving another Polaris Razor, 3919, Annabelle Lopez. Obviously, she's not in the car. And the driver record needs to either start or finish the race, but you see a little Hail Mary right there. That's definitely well needed down here, as we'll see Annabelle at the finish line. And they're going green. This is our Pro Stock UTV.
And it's a 3950. It's Scott Trafton out of Alpine, California.
Scott's definitely been on point over the last couple of years here. He says, you know what, it's a long series. Did obviously by his starting position, he ended up here there, I think 7th place. But he's definitely coming out here to put some more points under his belt for that championship. But up next, out of Blackfoot, Idaho, this is number 3907, Hector Jimenez Jr.
And to round out the field here, the 3951. Coming to us from Guadalajara, Mexico, it's Manuel Reyes.
Our Hammer Truck Unlimited division, sponsored by Hales Enterprises, EcoStaff, Rufus Racing, BFGoodrich Tires, Old Town Auto Body, Bright Pest Control, and Pedro Salado Chase. This is number 4421 out of Rogers, Arkansas, Mike Hales.
We're almost done, huh? No, we only got 75 more.
We're almost done.
And in the number 1870 NMAs Arizona, it's Justin Ellenberg, riding for Can-Am, Lone Star Racing, Shock Therapy, Rugged Radios, BFGoodrich Tires, Baja Designs, Factory UTV, Method Wheels, KW Clutching, Evo Power Sports, Tag Auto, and Shoei.
This is our Pro UTV Open Division. And coming up next, out of Cypress, Texas, number 1877, driving for 3P Off-Road, Snowy Village, Exteriors of Texas, Baja Drinking Team, and Cobra Axles, Josh Herzig.
And up to the line now, the 1898, coming to us from Leona Valley, California, and that Can-Am with the PJ's Performance, C&M Topsoil Landscape Centers, Method Race Wheels, Tensor Tires, PJ's Performance, and Maxima Racing Oils. It is Cameron Ornelas.
Lots of wins and championships under this young man's belt. Driving for Factory Back, Polaris Razor, Yokohama Fox Shocks, Steal It, Rugged Race Radios, Method, S&B Filters, Maglock, Satellite Phone Store, and Shock Therapy out of Alpine, California, number 1871, Wayne Matlock.
And coming up next, the 1881 out of Parker, Arizona, in the Sundance Saloon, Baja Shop, Method Wheels, Tensor Tires, it's Norman Turley.
Sundance Saloon, I like that place.
Oh, yeah.
Right on
Good
the
place,
Rio
the
down
Parker
there.
River.
And out of Mexicali, Baja, California, Baja, Mexico, number 1879, Michelle Barraza. First year out here racing in this brand new UTV. She's sponsored by Polaris Mexico and Summers Brothers. This is Michelle. And she is in the driver's seat, getting ready to leave the line. The focus, the concentration, so many hours of prep, logistics, all comes down to this green flag, and Michelle is on course.
That was one of the young men I get to watch grow up and racing, and he's been killing it. He's partnered up with some heavy hitters like Seth Quintero and Chris Elliott and Coleman Weppel, but he's driving the 1855. He's in that Red Bull BFGoodrich Tires KMC Polaris Razor Sparko. It's Mitch Guthrie Jr.
That's a Dakar-built machine right there.
Yes, it is. I know he's got some
cool to see them
engineers
down
over
here
from Dakar.
racing as well, teaming up with some great people. Now we're going to move into our Class 5 Unlimited, the Baja Bugs, straight up Baja style, sponsored by Tacos Marco Antonio, Cardin Motorcycles, Ocean Refrigeration, Güero Loco, and Goku Race Prep out of Ensenada, Marco Antonio Barmidez Ezuza.
And from Calexico, California, in the 510, riding in the BFGoodrich Ibarra Motorsport. It looks like Pure Fit Solutions, Sherman Williams, Wolfpack, 801 Racing, Eric's Fuels, VW Lulu Shop, and Mostra Motorsports is Gerardo Ibarro.
3 races, and he still hasn't scratched that paint job. Driving for BFGoodrich Tires, Greg Sullivan Concrete. Rugged Radios, Method Wheels, Baja Designs, CBM, AL, Gale Gay, and Slime. He's out of Helena, Montana, number 508, Greg Sullivan. Number 557, driving for King Shocks, Larry Negrete Jr., the Negrete boys. Great team, and he's driving Zeus. Probably the most social Class 5 on the planet. And we'll see the Negrete boys at the finish line. Ernie will be down here. Well, we got sombreros coming in. We're just having a great time right here as we move into our Class 5 1600. And up next, number 571, sponsored by Release Insurance, Weddle Racing, PCI Baja Designs out of Ensenada, David Heredia.
And up behind him with that big sombrero on it, representing Madero, Baja California, Mexico, it's Alejandro Medina Camacho, driving from Florida West, Icasa Peninsula, and Sombrito Racing. How long will that sombrero stay?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It looks good.
Maybe till night when he turns on his lights. 559. Going green. At a Mandadero. 599 out of Tijuana. Here in our Class 5 1600, Hector Hurtado.
And rounding out the field for the Class 5 1600, the 598. He drives for Jag Corporate Company, Alta Land Surveying, Shock Pros, Mora Lima, Yokohama Tires, E-Power Steering, Custom Painting. And it looks like it is Jorge Gutierrez out of El Cajon, California.
Rolling to the green flag. This is the BC, the Baja Challenge class. Up first, lots of wins down here. Number BC4 out of San Diego, California, of Edward Muncie. Roger Norman's going to be teaming up with him. Joe DeRuria, John Pasha, and Riley Pasha. Great to see them come down here. You could check them out at wideopen.com. This is the way to come down here and get your feet wet or your tires dirty down here in Baja, as we have our first BC car, Edward Muncie, going off the line.
And following him there in the BC1 out of South Carolina, driving that Sewer Outpower Weddle Herbert Performance BFGoodrich Tires race line, it's Jay Jakubka.
Lucky BC13. Subaru power plants. They got the Weddle trannies in there. Herbert Performance. They all have the BFGoodrich tires and race line wheels. This is BC13 out of Ensenada. Axie Sandoval. Class 7F, a lot of these racers are super stoked to be adding this here the past couple of years, driving for Fox Factory Racing Shocks, Extreme Auto Detail, Lopez Transport Garcias, Suarez Auto Servicio La Friends, at Tecate, Baja, Mexico, number 726F, Arturo Montano.
And he rolls out of Encinitas, California. Driving for Homemade Motorsports Racing 905, Nitro Gear, and Axle. Looks like also Toyota Racing Development, TRD, of course, King Shocks, Richard Industries, Rod and Supply, BF Goodrich Tire, Sign Art Graphics. It's Brandon Walsh in the 701F.
Driving the Ford Ranger, sponsored by Bill Stein. Catalyst, a better life. Check them out, catalystcbd.com. Camberg Racing, Yukon Gear and Axle. General Tires rocking it. Left Coast Brewing. Fiberwares, JP Diesel. Maxima Racing Oils. And Ride Baja Mexican Insurance out of Encinitas, California. Number 714F, last year's champion, Justin Park.
Now we move on to this Class 7SX. And the 758 of Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico, and then Duran Racing, Interstate Hotel, Solation Incorporated, Baja Lifestyle, BF Goodrich Tires, Elite Roof Services, 24/7 Pro Construction Electric, Cielo Sports Bar, Method Race Wheels, King Shocks. It's Armando Duran.
Our second driver up here in Class 7 SX. Out of La Paz, Baja, driving for DC Assessors. Grupo Albasi, Mas Transport, DC Construcciones, Monte Azul Residencial, number 744, Dario Serrano.
All right, as we move it along here into the Class 11s. Driving the 1111 out of La Jolla, California. Driving in that rugged radius, BF Goodrich Tires, Bill Steen, JG Sadas, Beneco Transmissions, Vidosla Lawrence, Sway Away, Headflow Masters, Jazz Products, Casey Islets. It is Eric Sarzano.
And pretty cool to see our buddy Blake Wilkie actually stepping up. He's got his own Class 11, but he's jumping in for this race with a legend in Class 11, Eric Salazano, who won the last race. But up next, 1196 out of Palm Desert, California, driving for Al Patton Palm Springs. Sletton Engineering, Clyde's Tires, Wires and Prep, Little Shop of Customs, Alex Gonzalez.
And in the 11-13, it's going to be sliding down that hill to get ready to go. Out of Tampa, Florida, riding in his rugged radios, BF Goodrich Tires, it's going to be Mike Steele.
Mike teaming up with Charlie Mix, Robbie Mix, and Logan Freeman. This Class 11, hands down, the roughest way around this course on four wheels is Class 11. This is kind of where it all started. Stock VW sedan, 1,600 cc's of VW. Farfig Nugan in the house. Our next driver up is out of Ensenada, number 1145, Hector Martinez Sarabia. Out of Temecula, California, number 1132, the Warrior Built Machine. Our driver record is John Williams. Great to see Dennis Holenbach, El Bochito's pilot, stepping in. They said, you know what, you're going to run that Mike Sky Rancho section. Lots of rocks up there, Simpson grade, the backside going into Mailing. But great to see these guys, and smart of them to come down here. That is what we are all about, is trying to one-up your game, especially our Warriors from the U.S. coming down here and hiring Dennis to drive one of the roughest sections. So good luck to this team right here, the Warrior-built team of 1132, John Williams.
and the 1169 of Ensenada, Baja, California. In the Innomar Can-Am Fab, it's going to be Rafael Figueroa.
Looks like we have a late starter right here, 1805. Probably had some issues. We all know what it's like. It's like race day, but his time will actually still start when he leaves the starting line, so it's like he's in the mix. This is Sterling Becklin right here, our final starter. This is going to conclude our four-wheel vehicles leaving this morning. The bikes left at 6 a.m. And we're going to continue the action throughout the day, folks. We're going to throw a little video up right here. Rob McCachran going live out on course, one of the legends of off-road. So check out this video. We got Rob McCachran live, and we'll be back here in just a few moments. Oh, it looks like it's a little shoddy out there, but the BFGoodrich trophy truck of Rob McCachran. We're going to try to catch up with him and get some live footage later, but we'll be right back. We're going to throw out to maybe some sponsors and see if we can get this footage up. Rob Mack, it looks like we're live. Check it out. Rob McCachran on course right here for the 53rd running of the BFGoodrich Tires Score Baja 500, powered by 4WP.
Save up to $250 on select sets of tires and take advantage of $200 in installation credits on Jeep lift kits. It's soft top season. Check out all the latest tops for your Jeep JK or JL. Gear up on overlanding equipment for your rig, in stock and ready to roll. Grab a gear into spring this trail season and do your rig right with four-wheel parts.
No sleeping, been a task rabbit, been a lab rabbit. Cheaper to try by put on for my daily.
Well, here we are once again. 2018 Baja 1000, 23rd Wide Open Baja 1000. 8 cars racing and getting really close.
Got a lot of things going on a few days before the race. Hoping that the 8 PC cars make the finish line next Friday, Saturday.
We stripped the cars down to the bird chassis, send them to powder coat, and rebuild them from the ground up on new bolts and aluminum panels, motors, gravity, so they have the best chance to come back.
The Score Baja 1000 has once again been nominated for the 2021 USA Today's Top 10 Reader's Choice Travel Awards for Best Motorsports Race. Continue to vote daily until July 5th at noon Eastern Time to make sure the Score Baja 1000 comes out on top. Follow the link in our post to vote.
Baja. It's good times and great people. A culture full of authentic flavor. Many come here to escape, unwind, or just savor in the moment. There's something heavenly about this place. Maybe it's the heat of the sand beneath your feet, or the savoring of moments you want to last forever. there's an appetite, a craving for adventure. Whatever it is, we all displace our gratitude. Baja has shared its moments with us, so we can pass on these flavors to you. If you're unable to make the journey, no worries. Baja Jerky has captured the essence of Baja in every bite. Enjoy the flavors of Baja on every adventure. Baja Jerky.
Everybody yearns for something. Few have the drive to reach out and take it. We build for those with the conviction to stand up straight and demand what they want out of life. We champion those who refuse to see the world as it is, but what it could be. We know what we're building for. What are you building for? Everybody yearns for something. Few have the drive to reach out and take it. We champion those who refuse to see the world as it is, but what it could be. Easy never put a man in space. The status quo never won the Le Mans. And it sure hasn't dominated the Baja 1000 for the last 50 years. No, complacency never really did much of anything. In the age of one-click purchases and two-day shipping, we take solace in the fact that calluses can't be bought. We reject apathy and instant gratification, because lasting legacies don't come off the rack. We know what we're building for. What are you building for?
Motorcycles, champions,
Countless failures, injuries.
blood, death and tears. All of these have an association with the Dakar.
First person ever to get 3 number 1 plates in the same year.
Shaped himself up, became a champion.
It's really as simple as that.
Winning the Baja 1000 is unlike any other feeling.
We won all the races.
Undefeated 2019, 9 straight at this point, 3 years in a row.
Number one in almost any racing series is what you're chasing.
Don't ever be caught in an emergency situation without the ability to call for help. Stay safe. Check out satellitephonestore.com and let us help you find the best solution to keep you connected. Don't let your friends and family worry about you, no matter where you are. Check out satellitephonestore.com and let us help you find the best solution to keep you connected.
Score Baja 500, presented by 4-Wheel Parts. And now, exclusive Score merch.
They say to bring only what you can carry. And it looks like you can carry a couple bikes, and helmets, and a first aid kit, and everything you need out here. Some stuff to get you to the top, and stuff to jump off the top with. The all-new Bronco Sport. Built wild. Do you like mud? Okay, then go there. You like snow? Go there. Do you like doing things in and around the water? Great, go there. The all-new, adventure-ready Bronco Sport. With 7 available goat modes, built to go over any type of terrain. By now, we've all heard a lot of talk about what electric is.
1, 2, 3.
We think it's time to see what it can do. It's time for electric to turn into lightning. An electric truck that can match the ambitions of this nation. That can haul on both ends. That can help build your house. And if need be, power that house. That feels like a bullet train and works like a freight train. The fully electric F-150 Lightning. Remember where you were when you heard about it. It's time for electric to turn into lightning. An electric truck that can haul on both ends. That can help build your house. And if need be, power that house. That feels like a bullet train and works like a freight train. The fully electric F-150 Lightning.
Take your office and keep your business running from anywhere in the world, no matter where you are. Check out satellitephonestore.com and let us help you find the best solution to keep you connected.
You know, our 5-for-5 effort looks like it's going to go out the window.
Oh, it's so good till it's bad, huh?
Is a monster.
Over 25 years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
exclusive King shocks, and of course, BF Goodrich tires. The war has started. They're out there. They're going to battle. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rat Salt. We are here for the Score Baja 500. This is the second stop here on the World Desert Championship Series. Right now, the Iron Woman.
Yeah, I'm ready to read.
I can't tell you how excited I am for him. He did such a good job driving all day long.
These guys definitely have a lot on their plate, a lot to worry about. We are live all day long. This is the Baja 500, the best you could ever see it. You know who's coming in right here. We got Tim Herbst, Monster Energy back. Look at, he brought us in some Baja mistletoe. There's going to be some kisses up here on the finish line. Stick around. We have all the racing coming your way right here, only from Score International.
Winning a title here means everything.
The Mecca of amateur nationals is the biggest amateur national in the world, without a doubt.
It's just the prestige. It's a family vacation. It's the atmosphere. Once you get here, it gets in your blood and you want to keep coming.
Monster Energy, Loretta Lynn's 40th. Be there.
PCI Race Radio, the leader in racing communications for over 40 years. PCI specializes in on-site sales and support at the races, traveling throughout the U.S. and Baja to offer the best in support for our customers. Whether you're in the rocks, desert, or sand, we've got you covered. For the best quality, service, and support, call us today or visit us on the web. We'll see you in the desert.
And I think he just broke his world record.
There's nothing wrong with looking good, but when riding is your passion, it's performance that matters. Like having the off-road's most advanced suspension. It monitors input from driver and machine 200 times every second and automatically adjusts each shock to flatten corners, soak up the bumps, and handle the hazards. Confidence and control for those who live to ride. Polaris, think outside.
Years of off-road racing dominance. Prepare proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks, the leader in off-road shock technology.
Is your passion? It's performance that matters. Like having the off-road's most advanced suspension. It monitors input from driver and machine 200 times every second and automatically adjusts each shock to flatten corners, soak up the bumps, and handle the hazards. Confidence and control for those who live to ride. Polaris, think outside.
Years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks, the leader in off-road shock technology.
Here they come to the checkered flag. Who's it gonna be? Kurt Busch will win. Kurt Busch wins in Vegas. Kurt Busch.
I'm Kurt Busch, NASCAR champion, shifting gears.
Grab a gear in the spring at 4WP. This month, save up to $250 on select sets of tires and take advantage of $200 in installation credits on Jeep lift kits. It's soft top season. Check out all the latest tops for your Jeep JK or JL. Gear up on overlanding equipment for your rig, in stock and ready to roll. Grab a gear into spring this trail season and do your rig right with 4-wheel parts.
2018 Baja 1000, 23rd, Light Up Baja 1000, 8 cars racing, and getting really close this time.
Got a lot of things going on a few days before the race. Hoping that the 8 easy cars make the finish next Friday, Saturday. So.